Pisces, thanks for visiting. And as I always ask you, if you like this reading, please like or subscribe, leave a comment if you'd like to, don't if you don't want to, I don't mind. I know I'm late with this, I'm very, very sorry. I know I've had complaints already. I'm doing my best with the time that I have, and I'm doing this for you right now, and I'm going to get this out for you as quickly as I can for you right now. So the first card you have for your past is the Six of Swords. So yeah, obviously this card is about moving away, leaving one situation, going from difficult waters into calmer waters. And I think you did leave someone behind, but maybe for a second time. I'm just seeing an initial breakup. You had one breakup, and then there could have been some kind of backwards and forwards energy going on between you. I think there was someone who might have, I think someone really hurt you actually, and then maybe after a while they started having some regret, some second thoughts, and I think then they might have tried to contact you or connect with you again after that, after some time apart. And you might have spoken to them, you might have had some conversations with them, but I don't think you wanted to get back together. I really don't think you wanted to revisit that again. I think too much has happened, too much had happened between you. I think there was just too much that was said, too much that was done. This person really, really hurt you, and I don't think you even wanted to really think about taking them back again. I think, to do that, if you were going to do that, I think you would have had to either forget everything, which I think would have been impossible, or you would have had to pretend that nothing ever happened, which also would have been impossible. So, maybe even seeing their face might have brought back a lot of really bad memories, bad feelings, and you moved on from that, and then they kind of came back to you again, and you saw them again, talk to them or whatever it was, but it was just like, no, I really can't go back there. So yes, this could have been the second time that you had to walk away from this person. You had to go through all of these feelings again, and of course, it probably didn't hurt quite as much as when you first went through this the first time, but it still hurts, of course. I mean, nobody wants to go through that, and they don't want to go through it twice, and you really had to go through it twice, so it was really, really difficult for you. Of course it was difficult for them because you were rejecting them ultimately, so but they did hurt you, I'm seeing that, and you just really, really couldn't go back there again. So the next card you have for your past is Death. So yes, of course, again, death can be about new beginnings. They can be, and also it can be about endings that have to happen. I mean, there's no coming back from death. When it's time, it's time. You cannot say anything, you can't do anything, you can't plead with it, you can't say, I don't want to die. When it's time, it's time. I know that's depressing, but yeah, this is about inevitable endings, but then new beginnings. So, they didn't know this, but I think you knew that there'd be no point in getting back together again, no point in going through all of that all over and over again. And, you just did not want to go backwards. You had to go forwards. This was something that you had to do. And, you changed a lot as a person as well since you separated from them. You changed on the inside. You really had a new outlook. You had a lot of new thoughts and new things you were doing. But, you probably also changed on the outside as well. I think you might have changed things about your appearance, your hair, your clothes, whatever it was. So you're completely different. And going back just was not something you really wanted to do. So, there are two watchtowers on this card, and they're right in front of the horse's head, if you can just see them with the sun shining through. So, and these, yeah, they're the same ones that you see in the moon card. But, when you're up in a watchtower, you can see everything. It's like, when you're on a plane and you look out the window, you can see everything that you can't see when you're on the ground. You can just see everything. So you were looking at this ex and this old relationship from that perspective, from up high, looking down, being able to see everything. So you could see everything that had happened in the relationship, good, bad, everything else. And that's why you knew that it would never work again. You weren't in denial about anything. You could see everything very, very clearly. Now, they weren't looking at everything, good, bad, and everything else all they were doing was remembering the good times and remembering the good feelings they had and wanting those feelings back. You can't do that when you're looking over things and you're making a decision. You have to see everything, and you have to see everything very clearly. You can have to see good, bad, everything else, and sum everything up and really weigh it up properly. You can't just look at the good things. But that's what they were doing. And yeah, you just did not want to go back there, and you couldn't. I think you physically and emotionally and mentally could not. The death card is inevitable. You cannot go back. The last card you have for your past is the Nine of Wands. So yeah, you're a very strong person. This shows strength, and you had to be strong. I think you went through so much that you just had to come out of that, and you just had to be strong. There was no other choice. And I think sometimes people underestimate you, actually. I think, you can be a bit softly spoken, and sometimes people interpret this as a kind of a weakness. But you're not like that at all, and you're the opposite, and you really do surprise a lot of people because of that. The other thing I'm seeing in this card is that I think there was someone who you were looking at. I think there might have been a possible new relationship in front of you. I'm saying in front of you because you weren't actually in this relationship. This was something that was maybe just starting. I think someone was talking to you maybe, and they were interested in you, and I think you knew that. And I think you might have met this person through some kind of a group, because I'm seeing a group of people around them. I'm seeing a lot of people around them. And this is going to sound a bit strange, but I'm also seeing them outside. So you might have gone to some things that were outside with them. You might have been talking to them outside, because I'm seeing you outside talking to this person. So if this is resonating with you, take your time with this person. Really get to know them slowly. I'm not seeing any warnings. I'm not seeing anything wrong with this person, but you've been through a lot, and you are very strong, but you might still be getting over some of this old hurt. Because if you look at the man on this card, he's coming forward, but he has a bandage on his head, so he's been injured, obviously, and you've been injured. You've been injured in your emotions, and you have to take that time to heal, come out of that properly before you actually get into anything new, and you know that, and I think this is what you are doing. So the first card you have for your present is the Four of Wands. Fantastic card. So yeah, actually this is a really fantastic card, because I'm seeing this person who you're talking to might eventually turn into someone who you have a very, very long-term relationship with. You might even have marriage with this person. I think they might end up being a very, very significant person in your life, actually. And you do feel very relaxed around them. You feel very welcomed in their company. You feel welcomed by this group who I was seeing around them. This might be the group of friends, or it might be a club or a group you're in, or you met in that group or something. And this might lead to something. But again, take your time. Don't put pressure on yourself. And also, this is really important, don't let them pressure you in any way. Now, I'm not seeing them pressuring you to do anything terrible or to do anything bad, or that they're going to bully you or do anything to force you into anything. It's not like that. What I mean by that is, this person might be a bit enthusiastic. They do love you. They're going to really love you. They do now. They care about you, and they might really want to rush on with this. They might say, oh, this is the man or the woman of my dreams. This is the person of my dreams. Let's rush in. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's go away. Let's go here. And you might be thinking, wait a minute, this is too fast. Just take it slowly. This is just too much for me. And so I think, don't let them rush you off. And I think if they do try to do this, I don't think they're doing it in a bad way. I think they just really, really get excited and enthusiastic. And that's nice. I think you think that's nice about them. But yeah, don't let them rush you into things. You really need to take your time. You really need to be fully over all of this hurt from your past. Don't drag all of your past hurt into your new relationships. And I think you know that, and I think you don't want to do that. So just, if they start this, just kindly say to them, look, I know you want to take things quickly, but I really do care about you. I really do. I think you're a very amazing person. but I really just want to take things a little bit slower. That's nothing against you. I really, really like you. I really do. But I just, for my own sake, because I've just gotten out of a really bad situation, I just really need to take my time. And if they care about you, they'll respect that. And I think this person does care about you, and I think they do have respect for you. I'm seeing that in this. The next card you have, your present, is the Sun. Beautiful. So you have the Four of Wands and you have the Sun, I mean. So I don't need to say any more about this. You do feel very warm, you feel very happy, you feel very content around this new person, just like the Sun. But even outside of this situation, even outside of this love situation or anything to do with love at all, you're going to be feeling a lot more comfortable with yourself at this time. You're going to be feeling a lot freer. You're just going to be saying things very freely without thinking, if that makes sense. You're just going to come out and say things to people. Now that, oh, I just had a hiccup, excuse me. That might sound a bit silly, or it might sound trivial to a lot of people who are used to just saying whatever they want and doing whatever they want. But I think that maybe when you're with this ex, or this person in this past relationship, you might have had to be a bit careful about what you did and what you said around this person. Maybe they're a bit moody, maybe they're a bit bad-tempered, maybe they're a bit oversensitive, and you had to kind of tiptoe around them. It might have been something like that. So now at this time, you're just so much freer. And yes, this is the Sun that you could see in the Death card when you were looking forward. And this is the Sun that was rising between the two watchtowers. And you knew back then that moving on was going to be the right thing to do, moving away from this person, because you knew that things would be really, really positive eventually. And they are. Here you are. Things are much more positive for you. So you did the absolute right thing. The last card you have for your present is Justice. So again, this card could also be about marriage. It can be about weddings. Now, I don't see this very often, and if I see one of these cards, like the Four of Wands or the Sun or Justice or the Hierophant is another one, I don't often see weddings or marriages. But when I see these three cards together, it's really obvious. I can't not say that this is about weddings or marriages, because it 100% looks like that to me. I can't say anything else. When I have three of them in front of me, what can I say? There it is. So again, I'm seeing this new person in this card, and if this is all resonating with you, which I really, really hope it is, because this is an amazing reading, this person feels really in balance with you. It's like they feel that you complement them, that you're one side and they're the other side, and you do complement each other really well, and they see that. That's something they really appreciate about you, and you probably see that too. I hope you do. But I'm also seeing in this card, don't worry, this isn't necessarily a bad thing, but there's still a lot that you don't know about this person, good, bad, everything else. I'm not seeing anything terrible that you don't know, and of course when people get together for the first time, everyone wants to show their best side to someone. Nobody wants to show their bad side when they first start seeing someone. But this is another reason why you need to really take things slowly with them. And again, there's nothing bad, but I think they do have a few past relationships behind them, and that's normal, that's fine. They might even have children or stepchildren from these past relationships, who they might see as their own children if they're stepchildren, which is also fine. And you might not know about these children. And there also might be a bit of drama or something around one of these exes, one of the parents of one of these children. Now, I can't see if this is going to affect you directly or if it's going to be a problem. It may or may not be a problem. I don't know how this one particular person that I'm seeing is going to behave around you or with you. I can't see that right now. But I am seeing this for a reason. There is a reason why I'm seeing that. This is to caution you. Now, again, this person hasn't done anything bad, I don't think. I just think there's a lot of history that you don't know yet, that's all. Because there's a curtain behind the woman in this card, and something's behind this curtain, but it hasn't been revealed yet, that's it. So again, I'm not seeing any bad things really, but take your time, get to know them, really, really, really take things slowly. This is another reason for you to do that. So the first card you have for your future is Strength. I'm seeing that this could be a work situation in this card. I'm seeing you kind of wanting to say something, but you had to kind of, or you are going to have to kind of hold yourself back. And I think you might have to wait for the right moment to talk to someone. And yeah, again, I'm seeing this is around work, and I think this is something that you feel is unfair or not right. And yeah, this might be around money, I think, because I'm looking at this as well as the Justice card, and the Justice card can be about unfair things and making them fair, getting justice for something. So yeah, this is a situation that you want to put right. This is something that you think isn't right and you want to put it right. And I think you still want to be careful about how you're going to go about this. You don't want to rush in, you don't want to ruin your chances of this happening, this going right. I think you will find the right moment to talk to this person, if this is a boss or whoever this is. And I think you'll know exactly what to say as well at the right time, because you'll still have this feeling of freedom around you, this feeling that you can say or do whatever you want to do. You're still going to have to be careful around this, because that's what this is about. This woman is taming this lion, so this is about taming yourself, taming your temper, not rushing in, finding the right time or the right place to say what you want to say, do what you want to do. And yeah, you're going to be careful around how you say this. You're going to be careful about the timing. But I think this is going to go in your favour. I think this is going to work positively for you. That's what I'm seeing. The next card you have for your future is the Chariot. So yes, you're going to have a victory around this. You're going to have victory around this work situation. I'm seeing that again. But this can also be similar to the Strength card as well, in that it can sometimes be about keeping your emotions, your temper to yourself to enable you to get to where you want to go. Just focusing on one thing, not letting your emotions drive you this way or that way or the other way, just kind of being logical and moving forward. And again, I'm seeing that this could be something to do with money. It might be that something's owed to you, or that you feel like it is. Maybe you were underpaid for something, or you weren't paid properly, or maybe there was a mistake made in something that made you not get as much money as you should have, or something like that. I keep on seeing money around this, so this is probably what this is about. But, you know, again, you're going to see a positive result. You are going to see a positive result. I see that all through this for you in your future. So the last card you have for your future is the Seven of Pentacles. So again, I don't mean to repeat myself, but I keep on seeing this money, work situation where you're getting justice, or you're kind of getting the right thing happening for you. Yeah, the man on this card, if you look at him, he's looking at all of the hard work he's done. He's looking at this tree next to him, or this plant next to him, and it's full of coins. It's absolutely full of coins. It's a bit like a Christmas tree, actually, but he only has one coin in front of him. I'll just move that so you can see it. So there's all these coins next to him, but there's only one in front of him. So this is this situation where there's a money problem, and you feel that something's unfair around money, and it's in your workplace. So again, I'm seeing this all again. Yeah, it might be about not being paid enough, not getting a bonus. It might be a problem with a contract or something like that. And it isn't fair, I can see that. But again, this outcome is going to be positive. Now, I think you might be worrying about this. You might be thinking, oh, are they going to listen to me? Am I going to be fired? Am I going to lose my job? Are they going to say no? Are they going to be angry? But don't worry about this. That might be why it's all in your future, because you're worried. But yeah, don't worry about this. I'm seeing that this meeting, or whatever this is, when you speak to whoever this is going to go really well. Now, it might not, you might have an idea in your head. You might be thinking, oh, this is the result I'm going to get. This is the result I want to get. Now, It might not be exactly that result, but it is going to be a positive result and you're going to be happy with the result. That's what I'm seeing. So Pisces, I hope this resonated with you. This was an amazing reading, a very, very, very positive, beautiful reading. But, you know, general readings can't always resonate with everyone, but I hope this one did with you. Again, if you like this reading, please like or subscribe, leave a comment if you'd like to. And thank you so, so much for watching.